I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Salute, and welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now, so we're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark, and we are live in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are under the sound of my voice, you have been blessed to make it into a new year, okay? And I hope every one of you are doing well. Blessings to all of your families. May your paths be blessed well ahead of your steps, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't know about you all, but this is going to be a great year for foundational Black American freedmen people. I can feel it. There's a great deal that's going to be transpiring where all we really have to do is make sure that we're codified around our lineage and sit back and watch the fireworks, because we're going to be examining a situation like that here tonight. And salute to the good brother Black Truth United, already showing love on the Cash App. Thank you very much, my good man. Oh, yes, we got to analyze this great Maga finesse that Elon and Vivek have pulled off. Oh, white America, let me talk to you. Oh, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. See, it was all fun and games, okay, when Elon and Vivek was practicing their anti-Black racism. Oh, boy, they finessed you good to get in there, because, see, what a lot of them people don't understand is these folks, these white adjacent people, and these people that they allow to be classified as white, okay, and even the white South Africans like Elon, they don't really like the American white supremacists like that. They'll play the game and finesse you, so much so that both of them became billionaires. Oh, we gonna get into it tonight. Oh, boy, if I don't know if y'all seen some of that stuff, but boy, them folks are hot, boy. They are angry. Oh, they are angry because, you know, Vivek, you know, he got on up there with his little Gumby haircut and he started telling them about themselves. Oh, man, and then they did a switcheroo, because, see, you got to understand something, man. The two of them, to get where they are, we're going to examine exactly how they got there, because it wasn't because they're smart or hard work. Oh, we're going to break all that down from the arrow to zero tonight. And white America, congratulations, you played yourself. You see, instead of y'all working with foundational Black American freedmen, men and women, to make this country what it should be, oh, you will put everybody and anyone ahead of us, when we're the ones that built this country. We're the ones that understand it, that have the most patriotic loyalty to this country. But you start importing everybody from all four corners of the globe over here that don't care nothing about this country, and they damn sure can't stand you. Oh, we gonna light their asses up here tonight, starting out in this new year. But before we do, let me scroll over here and greet the esteemed guests that I see joining us tonight. Let me scroll up and make sure I can see everyone. And let me know if you can hear me loud and clear in the chat room. I see 7 Skills in here, Stolen Ancestors 1526. I see the brother Black Truth United. I see Scylla T in the building, Tanisha Murdoch, Michael Williams, Trisha Jenkins in here, 225 Girl, GB King Harris. Diesel Mike is joining us. Let's see. Mrs. L, salute to her and her husband. Let's see. Kevin Blackwell's in here. Doc B1's in here. What's going on, my brother? Let's see. Who else is in here? Make sure I don't miss anybody. I see Chris G in here. Project Leroy, what's up, good brother? My brother Bruce is in here. Dwayne Williams, Derek Parker. Let's see. Lakeisha Morehouse. In the Mixed Radio, what's going on? Sakina is in here. Tabby M is in here. Welcome, sister. And I think that's it. Oh, and a Goddess Navi here. What's going on? Charlie X, I see you. Salute and welcome to everybody and anybody will be joining us in the tent tonight. So, family, we're going to cook them with nothing but truth over here, because, you know, you got to start the new year out with nothing but some truth. Truth shall set you free, okay? But see, the white supremacists don't like truth, because, you know, the last thing that they like is any kind of truth, and yet they'll sit up in their little white churches and claim to be close to the Lord. I've never seen a child of the Lord that hate the truth, okay? Because we're going to put that truth in their faces here tonight. Yes, we are. Yes, we are indeed. So, family, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play a quick new sponsor here. I think this is going to put a smile on your face, because you should be joyous going into this new year, okay? If you're like me, you're full of energy. You're full of a whole bunch of optimism about things on the horizon, because it's not just wishful thinking. It's because you know that you're going to make things happen by way of your own mind, your own hands, and like-minded people around you. So, with that said, I found something new for y'all to check out here. And this is going to be pretty funny. I'm pretty sure most people in here can relate to that, especially you ladies. So I'm going to play this sponsor here, man. I want y'all to check this out. Then we're going to get straight to work on cooking these jokers with the truth.
Today we're here to discuss something that has a lot of companies confused. And I'm here to help. It's really very simple. Let's check the board. This is me at the grocery store. There are 82 cash registers. There are 2 cashiers. Over here, there are 19 self-checkouts. What you're not understanding is I don't work here. Why is there no discount at self-checkout? I'm doing the job of others. I do not work here. Do you understand? I need to be compensated for my time and effort. I saw a mother look like she had just got off work in the self-checkout. You think she came here to also work? I need you all to get people at these stations and man them, okay? Do your job. I don't work here. Thanks.
Oh, I thought that was funny the first time I saw it, family. That was hilarious. I said, yeah, I got to bring this over here to my audience. Ladies, is she telling the truth? Is that how most of y'all feel at the self-checkout? Y'all feel like y'all going in, clocking into another job? Oh, I know what she mean, though. That's just hilarious, but she telling the truth, I mean. But look, we all know why, these ridiculous, greedy corporations are trying to use automation to replace humans. And the thing about that self-checkout, you got to watch it depending on where you at. Because if it's any type of mistake with an item, next thing they trying to say you stealing anything. I don't use the damn things myself, to be honest with you. It's not because you don't know how. It's just I'll make them come over there and ring the damn items up to make sure everything's on camera. I'm like, nope, not finna get me on any goofy charges like that. So, that's just me. Everybody do what they want to do with that. But yeah, the sister's got a point regardless of the humor that she's sharing with that. That's pretty funny. Oh, and trust me, in 2025, we got a whole bunch of new sponsors we're going to be sharing with y'all, man. Side split and stuff. Y'all going to love it. And it's going to give you something to think about as well, okay? So, as I said, we're in this new year here. And this is something that I brought to the attention of my audience before we get into the main subject matter here tonight. I brought this to the attention of my audience on X, on Patreon in the public section, and on my community wall over here on my main YouTube channel. So now, I put up a poll. It had been a while since I put up one, but the question was, if a kingdom is under siege by an opposing group of men, is it acceptable for men in that kingdom to say they're not obligated to defend it and still have a place of respect in it among the men who went to war to protect it? And thank goodness, from what I've seen from the results on X, over here on this channel, and on Patreon, most of y'all that's over here that are, subscribers of mine, have your head on straight, okay? So it's good to see that. It's good to see that because I like, let me take a temperature check here. And, excuse me, as you see, I hope, unless that was a goofy troll, is 2% said yes, somebody might have made a mistake, because a lot of people sometimes, instead of thoroughly reading something, they just be quick to try to click on something. Take your time and read things. But 98% said no. Okay, as you see, I had the undecided. We'll explain below down there. And I saw a lot of comments. Like I said, everything was positive from what I saw. Now, let me tell you, in case those of you who are new here didn't understand why I put that poll up, I put that poll up to make sure that, the Sadat X's, or as I'm going to call them, Sadat X, the thought X, okay, whatever you want to call it, Paranamov. He said that he only stands on his square. And, you got some people that's saying that, he shouldn't be obligated to say anything. Well, I put this poll up and see, let me go ahead and explain my position on it, okay? You are not obligated to get in the middle of something if it's a minor issue, okay? We're not talking about something that's a mere issue or a mere issue of debate or something that, something petty or non-critical. But when people are attacking your culture as a whole, Nah, all hands on deck then. Okay, see, this is the problem, and I'm going to say it because it need to be said. This is the problem with a certain segment of these New York Negroes, okay? They so used to not sticking the damn together, and then when they get around brothers and sisters down here in the South, we have to let them know we don't roll like that down here. Don't bring that bullshit down here around us. Okay, I give the West Coast brothers and sisters a bit of credit. They stick together a lot more. But the one common denominator problem that they have with the New York folks is they allow too many of them folks that are white adjacent to be running around with the N-word. Like I said, I love my brother, Kendrick Lamar to life. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm saying this to everybody on the sound of my voice on this microphone, it's up to you, the people, to let them know. You can check them out a little bit like, hey, brother, we love you to life. You cooking, you speaking a lot of truth in your records. Don't put no more of these disrespectful white adjacent bastards on your records saying the N-word. That's disrespectful. We see what it's gotten us. It produces nothing but a bunch of fat Joes. See, let me go here. For all the crap that a lot of people talk from up north and out west about folks down here in the South and Atlanta, you don't see our artists hopping up on records with folks that are not of our community saying the damn N-word. No. You don't see none of our podcast hosts down here kikiing and cacaing with the likes of no Fat Joe being that disrespectful either. You can't get that off down here. So what I'm saying is, yes, it's going to be up to the brothers and sisters in the South to make you get your house in order. We're not playing these games. I don't care who feelings get hurt. Clean that bullshit up. It's time to clean it up. If we're going to gatekeep our culture and get where we're supposed to be as a people, then we got to draw a line of zero tolerance in the sand. And all the Negroes that talking about, well, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care what go on, B. I'm gonna make square. Then, okay, here are the rules for you. That's right. We setting rules in 2025. If that's what you're gonna do, you're right. That's your prerogative. You don't have to say nothing. Just make sure that when them folks come for you, we not obligated to defend you either. We got to stop playing with these people, man. That coward crap, that's over with. Now's the time for all the men with a sack still attached to you to stand up and do what we're supposed to do. And the women gonna handle their part on their end. But it must start with the men, okay? When a nation is under siege, the men are supposed to step up first. That sets the tone for the entire nation. And see, some of these people, they're not accustomed to that from where they're from because it's a dog-eat-dog mentality. Everybody stabbing each other in the back. It's all about me, my eye. Nah, that's one thing about it. Still down here in 2025 today, the South don't roll like that. Hey, you disrespect one of us anywhere, you fight us all everywhere. That's how we are down here, okay? I just wanted to get that off my chest and get that out the way. Now that we've done so, we got to talk about it, family. Oh, yeah. Look at these two right here. Oh, boy. Boy, you know what? Doesn't Elon Musk look like a living piece of poetry here, you know, frozen chicken skin looking bastard? And then look at this little cornball over here on the side with that cheese eating grin. Vivek, the Gumby haircut, Scammer Swami. I don't call him Ramaswamy. I call him Scammer Swami. That's his new name. Because you're going to see why I call him Scammer Swami here in a minute here tonight. But see, family, white America, oh, you come on in here, let me talk to you. Oh, yeah. See, y'all going to learn something. You're going to learn that every time you try to hurt Black America, oh, you thought it was slick. Oh, you was kikiing and cacaing about the Daniel Penny situation. He's a hero. Same thing with Kyle Rittenhouse before him. Anything to harm Black people. Hadn't you realized that for decades now, every time you try to do something to harm guys' children, it boomerang and backfire on you? Have you realized that, white America? See, let's just go ahead and make it plain. Because, see, this is what's going to hurt. They don't like it. Oh, I know you're over here listening. You went and jumped and got this little white Afrikaner, okay, to come over here. Oh, he's in the club because all of them see the gang. Come over here and practice anti-Black American racism. And then them folks will let you in the club to a certain degree. Vivek Ramaswamy, or Scammer Swami as I'm going to call him, he came over here and saw the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, okay, you know, yeah. So you let him in the club, you paper him up. And then what you don't realize, white American supremacists, the Elon Musk, that's a South African, an Afrikaner. He doesn't view white supremacy the same way as you. He and Vivek fled from their countries, okay? What makes you think, and see, this is why people don't like the term tether. What makes you think that somebody that flee from their country and don't have any allegiance to it is going to be loyal to this country that they don't have any ties to other than a piece of paper that gives them naturalized citizenship? And we going to get to Elon and talk about that in a minute. Oh, I came loaded for bail with receipts tonight. Oh, just sit tight. Now, when you look at little Mr. Gumby haircut over here, because that's exactly what that haircut look like. That is so ridiculous. Let me get on you East Indians for a minute. When you sit up here and try to pretend to be little dark-skinned white men, and you sit up here and try to get your hair and your nose stuff done, you look absolutely ridiculous. You talk about self-hate, because, see, that's another country that the bleaching is off the charts for the reason that they have that caste and colorism system up there, where like the darker skins or the bottom caste, the Dalit people, and they actually beat them people to death just for existing. And then in order for the people to move up in the caste system up there, similar to Jamaica, but not quite as bad in Jamaica, people practice bleaching so they can try to get into that higher caste system. It's insane. Vivek and the rest of you goofies like Dinesh D'Souza, let me tell y'all something. Not only do you come from countries that look like big trash cans in the greater majority of the areas, you can never criticize foundational Black American freedmen, because every day that we wake up, whether it's the darkest of the dark skin or the lightest of the light skin amongst us, we don't want to be nothing but ourselves. We are proud. Look, you didn't hear anybody before James Brown on any other continent saying, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. You damn right. Like Dr. John Henry Clark said, I dig mine and I wear it well. Huh? Yeah, that's right. So when I see the Viveks trying to criticize us, I'm like, hey, boy, you're not even proud to be what you are and where you from, because you ain't going back home. You look, watch this. Let me show you how I know I'm right about them not really being proud of where they're from. Both of them sitting up here on the screen. This little frozen chicken skin cornball and this little Gumby haircut bastard over here, Vivek. Elon, the richest man in the world, okay, on paper, and Vivek. I think his net worth is what, 5 billion, something like that. It's up there. We're going to get into how they made their money too. Now, you would think that if they're proud of where they're from and the goal was to let me leave where I'm from because there's no opportunities there so I can come make it. Now that you made it, why don't they go back home? Oh, we're going to talk this talk over here tonight. Ask that question. Why haven't they gone back home since they're so proud of where they're from? Salute to my good brother here, Edwards, for the cash out. Thank you very much, my good man. Why the hell never went back home yet, family? Huh? Because if you proud of where you from, and like I said, I can understand anybody leaving a bad situation to try to, make a better life for themselves. But after mission is accomplished, if you proud of where your ancestors from, where your forefathers, forebears from, why wouldn't you go back to help them, those people? You know why? Because they know that if they went back home, they would be food for all the people that they stepped on. So you got to understand something about the tether class, even the alabaster tether class, like Elon, because he's basically a tether to the white American supremacists. All right. Oh, and boy, they hating the both of them right now. Oh, we're going to get into it here in a second. But see, the thing is, they can't go back home because they stepped on too many people in their food. So a lot of them people don't even want them back over there. And if they was to go over there, they know that, hey, if something go wrong, and everybody get on real hard time, they're going to target you. So they want to stay right over here in the little bubble and the country that we built. And all of us, our ancestors at least, foundational Black American freedmen, made a way for these people to even be able to come over here. Oh, yeah, we're going to go there. But see, white America, this is your fault. You created a Frankenstein and now they've turned on you. And let me tell you something, to quote the great Sun Tzu, when your adversaries are self-destructing, do not interfere. The only thing we need to do is take notes and observe the foolishness between them. Because, see, now let me tell you what you're about to see. I'm going to show you something. You're going to be like, damn, G-Biz caught this shit in advance. What's finna happen? Donald Trump is quiet. He ain't really saying much. Even though this is Trump's last go-round at the presidency, let me tell you what I foresee happening. Couple of things. Eventually, he gonna have to say something, or better yet, do something about these Frankensteins that he created here, because you can't run on a platform of, oh yeah, we're gonna get the illegal aliens out, get them out, and then you turn around and say, Well, we only gonna get some of them here because the reason why Elon and Vivek want these H-1B visa migrants over here, that's what we gonna call them, is because they favor paying them lower wages. That's just all it is about. The greedy corporate mindset. I get it, okay? I get it, but see, white America, here's where you're gonna have to draw a line in the sand. There's no shortage of workers over here in America at all. At all. The only problem with the corporations is they don't want to pay people a living wage. They're always trying to save money and put money in their pockets instead of paying people a living wage. The people that actually make their companies what they are. Because whether it's Vivek or Elon, they don't do anything. It's the workers that made their company what it is. Oh, trust me, I'm going to prove what I'm saying here tonight. So now you got to think about this, white America. Which one do you want to do? You either going to force the orange, because Orange Man going to have to do it. Because, I mean, this is why. Even though this is his last go around at the presidency, whatever he does is going to reflect on the next person coming after him. Now, depending on how things go, I'm going to tell you what I could see happening. Could be wrong, but I'm going to tell you what makes the most sense. You all make up your own minds. If they want to keep this thing in Republican hands as far as the presidency, they're going to have to fulfill them promises that they made on the campaign trail, because you got that many people that support Donald Trump, 70 plus million, or the Maga heads over there, okay, whatever you want to call them. They're expecting results, all right? So now, coming after Trump, I could see J.D. Vance running. I could see Tom Homan maybe running as his vice president, depending on how good a job he does with this illegal immigration. And I'm going to tell you something. If Tom Homan is really as serious as he wants to be here, or he appears to be, it would be a damn shame for him to be wanting to carry out the job and then Trump going pussy out because these little Frankensteins are out of control. And I don't really see Trump doing that. I don't think he's that fool. Because, see, sooner or later, the heads are going to clash, and white America is going to be highly pissed off if some action isn't taken on that soon, because they're expecting him to clear that up right out on Inauguration Day. And if Trump was wise, that's what he would do, and go ahead and start cracking down on these goofballs. Because, see, what you got is a white Afrikaner, white supremacist, okay, from South Africa. And he doesn't see white supremacy the same, because, see, he doesn't get how they have this country set up over here. Vivek, he's looking at it like, ha-ha, I finally made it. Let me kick the door in for my people. That's what they're trying to do. See, white America, you keep telling folks how high your IQ is. I can't tell with these dumbass moves you made, because black folks have been seeing what the game was with Elon and Vivek. They don't like y'all like that. Everybody use y'all to come in here and get what they want, then they flip on you. And see, I'm going to go here with this. It's going to offend a lot of people, but I'm not in the business of making friends. I'm in the business of telling the truth to educate my people. When you look at America, we are the only country stupid enough to risk a national security breach by allowing all these immigrants over here, legal or illegal, because I'm not for any immigration at all. We the only country dumb enough to let all these people over here and then have the nerve to put them in our militaries. Let me tell you why that's a very stupid thing to do. Oh, this is going to hurt tonight. Take a look at India. Take a look at Russia. Take a look at China. You take a look at those three. North Korea, let's throw them in there, because I call them a player on the world stage. Say what you want. They are. When you look at those four militaries, most of the people in those militaries look like the people of that nation. Over here, this is a serious security breach. You got all these different foreign nationals over here that fled over here. That's rule number one. If you fled over here, no, you shouldn't get nowhere near a government job. You shouldn't be able to be a dog catcher over here. Okay, you want to come over here? Cool, you get to work. You don't get to be in no government positions at all. That's the way it should be. But see, nope. That's too much like right when you got a system of white supremacy and anti-black racism built on keeping foundational black American freedmen, men and women at the bottom. Now you're going to reap what you sow. And let me tell my people something. Don't you go and put the cape on for the white folks, because they finna come running to us like they always do. Hey, black people, you were right. You told us this is why. Nope. Billy Bob, okay, and Susan, get back over there. Because, see, you ran around here calling Daniel Penny a hero. Every time we talk about reparations or anti-black hate crime bill, you ain't got nothing for us. So, hey, I got to reciprocate. 'Tis the season, okay? 'Tis the season. we got to be givers and let them have it. We got to let them have what they let us have. You show us no concern, you get none from us. Go and deal with your little Frankenstein creations on your own, because we going to be all right. We going to be just fine. Y'all are ones in trouble. Combine that with they steady plummeting numbers that have, really, to be honest with you, if you just want to stop beating around the bush with it, them numbers are below replacement level. I don't think that's ever going to change either. Now that the rate is going, oh man, it's looking bad for you. And see, now that, you know, this is why I can tell you something's going to be done about this whole thing here. Let me tell you what you're about to get ready to see. I want you to think back to the yellow peril when they was hazing the Chinese over here. It's going to be that way for a lot of East Indian naturalized American citizens here. These white folks going to get serious about that, because see, they might troll about it here or there, but they are super sensitive about these low numbers. And they know they don't stand a chance in hell if you flood this country with a whole lot more Vivek looking jokers. Oh no, they're not trying to have that. You can say good, bad, right, or wrong. They're not trying to have that. They know that if that happens, it's over with. It's game over, man. You know what I'm saying? So see, that's what you get, because see, this nation, this is the part you need to hear, white America. This nation could be so much greater if you decided to say, you know what? Hey, we weren't slave owners, etc. We didn't have nothing to do with Jim Crow. However, our ancestors, our forefathers did. Let's make this thing right. Let's go ahead and pay these black folks their reparations. Okay, the ones of us that are qualified, Foundation of Black American Freedmen. And let's go ahead and move forward and get rid of the system of white supremacy over here. Let's stop discriminating and work together to build this nation up to what it's supposed to be. Can you imagine what America would be if they stupid asses could get over that anti-black racism and work with the people that have never tried to overthrow the government? We're not the ones running around trying to hack into your computer system like the Chinese hacker groups. You look at this terrorist attack that just went on down there in New Orleans, huh? That ain't black folks doing that to you. That's either your own people or some of these migrants that you let over here. Because see, y'all remember, I told you last year, many a broadcast, I said this many times, I said, now that they done threw open the floodgates of these borders, you finna start seeing a whole bunch of terrorist attacks. Now that they've gotten acclimated and got themselves situated, it's just beginning. So my message to my people is, make sure that you are very careful about where you're going, all right? And really, I'm just gonna say it like it is. I don't care if white America gets offended. Keep your distance from them folks. Do not go to their concerts, parties, none of that. Because see, they're gonna be the ones that's being targeted. You hear me? I'm telling you now. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. You ignore that warning that I gave you at your own peril. Don't say anything when you look up and see what I'm talking about, all right? It's just getting started here, all right? So yeah, well, that's where we're gonna go tonight. Cause see, let me show y'all something. Let's go ahead and roll on over here. I want y'all to listen to what the Orange Man was saying, you know, when they before they picked up on the Finesse game that Elon and Vivek was running here. I want y'all to listen to the Orange Man real quick.
The Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk has been working very hard with various people, including Vivek. We're going to eliminate hundreds of billions of dollars of waste and fraud, and I can only tell you, I'll give you a little early report, they're finding things that you wouldn't even believe. So we're looking to save maybe $2 trillion, and it'll have no impact. Actually, it'll make life better, but it'll have no impact on people. It's not like we will never cut Social Security or things like that. It's just waste, fraud, and abuse.
Okay, so now let me give the Orange Man credit where credit is due. And I'm going to make a point about leadership here. And I want all of you, especially those of my lineage, to pay attention to what I'm about to say. On its face, the idea is a noble one. It is a needed one. We all, no matter which state we live in this country, we understand that there's a lot of waste and a lot of fraud that goes on the federal government level, particularly misusing our tax dollars, sending them overseas without our permission. And the other thing, in conjunction to sending so much of our tax dollars overseas as foreign aid, basically puppet bribe money, let's just call that what it really is. The other half of the wasteful spending is them stealing money. Let's just call this what it is, man. I guarantee you, if there was a separate agency ran completely by the people that was the equivalent of the IRS for the government, that they didn't have any jurisdiction over. And we, the people, had to say, okay, hey, let's open up these books and see who put money where they weren't supposed to. Man, you will have to clear out half the Congress, half the Senate. I'm being conservative when I say that. You understand? You got people that come in to Congress and the Senate. They come in dirt poor, and then in 2 years, they multi-millionaires. Nancy Pelosi, we looking at your raggedy ass. Huh? All that insider trading she got going on. Come on, man. And she's just one, okay? See, basically, the government has become a big geriatric retirement home, and that's not what it's supposed to be. This is one thing that I hope, especially millennials and Gen Z, do when they get their chance to get in power. That whole where you sit up there and stay in a position till you die, that needs to go, especially on the Supreme Court. That needs to change. Nope. You should be able to do 1 5-year term. That's it. Not no 10, no none of that. Nope. 1 5-year term on the Supreme Court. Hey, you should be training your replacement. That's it. There should be no such thing as a lifetime appointment in any function of government. I don't give a damn how good you are at your job. No, we do not need that in this country. And when it comes down to the Senate and the Congress, same deal. By the time you hit a certain age, look, I'm just going to say this. This is going to make some people mad. I said it last year. I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump and Kamami should have been the last candidates we had running for president that damn old. We shouldn't have no 80-year-olds in no government position. You goddamn right, I said it. We don't need any 80-year-olds in any government position. Take your old ass home and go play with your grandkids. I don't give a damn. If you want to be still effective in government, then you be in an advisory position, but you're not going to be there. See, it should be mandatory if this government ran the way it was supposed to, because we talking about the boomers and the last of solid generation that's in this government now, mostly white folks. If they had any sense, they would say, okay, I'm going to run this term here. And during the time that I'm running this term, you need to be training your assistant to take your place and run, or at least try to run for that seat. Okay? It should be mandatory that each one of them should have a trainee that, hey, it should take a certain time where they go and take a month or so off, and you put that trainee in your place and let them get experience running that position. See, we got to change this stuff. This cannot stay the same if this country is ever going to run efficiently. Okay? So the idea of getting rid of wasteful spending is a good one, but you got the wrong people doing it. You got a South Afrikaner up here and an East Indian that can't wait to be white. Oh boy, he looking for every day. Look, if Vivek could get some type of surgery or skin bleach that can completely make him look like Elon, he would do it. This man isn't proud of who he is or where he's from. Think about it. You've never heard him talk about what he's doing over there in his homeland. He ain't never going back over there. Huh? So what I'm saying is, white folks, since your IQ is so damn high, this was a very stupid thing to do. And see, I say that facetiously because you're the furthest thing from having IQs on the planet. First of all, if your IQ is so high, you would have never had any type of system of slavery anywhere. Why would you need people that are inferior to you to do your work? It's actually the other way around. The people that you had enslaved were the ones with the ideas and the innovative minds, because y'all were too sorry, just like you are today, the greater majority. That's one thing that Vivek got them with and told them the truth, how lazy they were. Kind of like they've been telling black people all this time how lazy we are. We finna get into something real hilarious here in a minute that's going to underscore that point. But see, again, you created these two Frankensteins, and now they got your people sitting on the verge of a civil war, to be honest with you, because that's where that's going to head. Let me tell y'all something. Brace yourself for it right now. I've been watching a lot of things on the political landscape. I've been seeing which way the political wind's been blowing. We're going to see that in this time period. I can't say exactly when, but it's going to be either during the time Trump is in office or right when he's getting ready to leave. It's too much going on because, see, let me go ahead and tell you how I know I'm right on that. Jim Crow Joe Biden should be brought up on charges of treason. And white America, you need to get busy with that. While you're going after Donald Trump, you better get his ass. Because in what country do you allow hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens to come over here? And it's not just like they over here to work or whatever. Then they start committing crimes. With your numbers low, they raping your women. Let's just call it what it is. They ain't going after black people. They coming after you. They running up in y'all houses, taking over y'all apartment complexes, huh? That's what's going on. So you're going to have a schism between white America because there's no way that they can turn the other cheek on that and see it. And look, eventually all that surveillance that you got on black people year round, you finna have to start using that to find these illegal aliens. Mark my words. You should have been doing that. Huh? Oh, yeah, it's coming, family. I told you, 2025 is going to be a very interesting year. I promise you that. So, family, you haven't seen nothing yet. I'm finna play something for y'all. And boy, let me tell you, I can't wait to look over here in this chat room. It's time to get petty because, man, when I saw this crap, I said, oh, no. I can't wait to show this to my audience. Family, hold on to your hats because we got some things to analyze right here. And look, I want you to look very closely at the alabastress that's going to be involved in this clip that we're about to review. Let me tell you something, man. If you could cook an egg on a human being's head, this bitch right here, boy, would burn that motherfucker straight on up. I'm telling you. Oh, I know y'all wonder what I'm talking about. So without further ado, we're going to play this, and I will be stopping it where need be to give commentary. You know what? Fact of business. Hold on. Before I do that, I almost forgot about something. I got ahead of myself. Okay, got ahead of myself in 2025. No, hold on. We got to get some more facts about Mr. Muskrat out the way, okay? Now, what you're looking at on your screen here, I know y'all remember this Dilbert cartoonist here, okay? Y'all remember that guy that came out with a little anti-black racist tirade and Elon Musk jumped up to defend him, okay? Listen, check this out. This is who you put up there. Let me take this banner down. This is who you put up there, white supremacists. It was all cool when, you had your little anti-black racist Afrikaner Elon Musk going after black folks and supporting people that were. Let's read a snippet of this from this CNN article. It says, same thing happened with white elite colleges and high schools in America, Elon Musk wrote. Maybe they can try not being racist. Musk later agreed with a tweet saying Adams' comments weren't good, but had an element of truth to them. He also accused the media of giving black victims of police violence disproportionate coverage over white victims of police violence. Black people are more likely to die from police use of force than white people, according to multiple studies. And we don't need no study for that because we've seen what happened to our brother Robert Brooks. And look, family, I'm debating on whether I'm going to say anything on that or not because I don't know if I can do it on YouTube. I will probably have to put that on Patreon if I say anything, but we don't need any studies. We see what happens to us. But see, just look at these statements, white America, because see, you got to rub this back in their faces just like you do with a puppy when they poop on the floor. That's what we're going to do over here tonight. I want y'all to take a look at this further from this article. All right? Because see, now that we've established that, hold on. Let me pull this up too before we get into this. Oh yeah, y'all probably seen this. We're gonna get into it. But see, let me pull this up real quick. This your boy Vivek, okay? Yeah. And see, I ain't gonna show the entire picture because one of the things I don't do, I don't put people's kids in the middle of anything, no matter how despicable they are. But this is your boy Vivek right here. And this is from his Twitter account, okay? As everybody can see. This is old Vivek. Now, we all know who this little eagle-faced, cowardly son of a bitch is here next to him. This is Daniel Penny. Vivek says, our family contributed to this man's legal defense for the last year because he was wrong. Really? Interesting. He was wrong. He was the one that snuck up behind a hungry homeless man and choked him to death, but he was wrong. We don't regret it. Hope Daniel Penny has a bright future and a good life ahead. Well, he don't, and you don't either, despite them billions you got. Because see, Vivek, let me tell you what you about to learn. You got your little punk ass over here and opened your mouth against the white supremacists that made you. Now they're going to show you that they can break you because you ain't seen nothing yet. They are in the most desperate time of their lives. Their numbers are steady dwindling and it's not looking bright. And when them people get desperate and you provoke them, you do not understand the pure savagery that white supremacists in America are capable of. But they're going to show you, buddy. They're going to show you. Let me say something. I'm going to be careful how I say this. Don't be surprised if some of the same attempts that were made on Donald Trump's life or end up being made on Elon and Vivek's life. Don't be surprised, okay? Don't be surprised. Because one thing about it, Vivek, in case you haven't been paying attention, their school shooters start early. You don't never know when the next Luigi Mangione or whatever his name was might decide to target you. I'm just saying, I can see this happening because I know these people over here. I know these white supremacists. So keep poking the bear with them if you want to. Yes, you telling the truth about them, but mark my words, you're going to piss one of them off. If they'll go after Donald Trump, the damn sure go after Elon and Vivek. I'm going to leave that right there. Now, I want to show y'all something else, okay? Because, see, I meant to show you this. We were reading that article here. All right? So now, again, it says, Elon Musk defended deal with creator Scott Adams. That was the little racist white guy that we reviewed. After hundreds of newspapers stopped printing the comic strip because Adams' recent racist comments last week, Adams called Black Americans a hate group and suggested that white people should get the hell away. Really? Well, that would do us a favor. We want you to get the hell away from us. We do better when you know we're around us. Please make sure you tell all your people that. That's how I felt about the shit. From them, Adams effectively encouraged segregation in a shocking rant. Hey, that would help us. I'm with you on that. In a shocking rant on his YouTube channel, his comments came in response to a poll from the conservative firm Rasmussen Reports that said 53% of Black Americans agreed with the statement, it's okay to be white. And it is okay to be white. It's just not okay to be a white supremacist. But I tell you what, I really wish we would get that segregation popping. Hey, take all your degenerate behavior, your filthy diseases, and your insanity, your drug addiction, take that shit over there to y'all people. I guarantee you, if it was like that, the Black community would start to turn around. We got things we need to work on our own, but we would definitely start to turn around if we get away from them folks. It further reads, in response to a tweet about the controversy, Twitter owner Musk said Sunday that the media is racist. He didn't criticize Adams' comments, and Musk said without evidence for a very long time, the U.S. media has been racist against non-white people, now they're racist against whites and Asians. Really? Oh, really? You know, so we just reminding y'all who they got on their hands. And see, they thought it was cool when all that was going on. But family, now we're going to get to this clip I was telling you about. Oh, yes. Oh, this is going to be good right here, boy. Y'all ain't seen it. Simone, Big Bones linebacker Sanders with that little scoop ball head, and Michael Steele over here on the right. Now, you can see Becky in the middle. She is already mad. I want you to take a good look at this white woman's face. This is, I'm going to burn down the universe alabastrous mad. You hear me? When them bitches fold them arms together and purse them little old thin earthworm lips together, look, let me tell you something. Everything that's going around in that little alabaster head is pure demonic evil. You hear me? Let me tell you something, dude. I've said this and I refuse to apologize for it. The most destructive creatures on the planet are not in the animal kingdom. Oh, no. There's not a venomous animal, not a tooth or clawed animal, no big or small animal more dangerous than a pissed off alabasters, okay? You want to destroy some shit or pump one of these bitches to do it after you piss them off, huh? See, the thing that makes them mad the most is being told the truth. And now, I'm no fan of Simone Big Bone Sanders or Michael Steele, but when the truth is being spoken, like the old saying goes, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Oh, family, we finna play this, and I'm gonna stop this to give commentary where need be. Hold on to your horses. This is super funny.
To be very clear, there's nothing wrong with people who are not from this country coming here, making a better life, contributing to the American fabric. Okay, that's something I fundamentally believe in. America is a land of the free, home of the brave, all that good stuff that Elon Musk was tweeting about. However, please don't come for Americans. And I would like, let's be very clear, I would like white Americans to stand up. This is your calling card, honey. Where's your banner? Because they coming for you. They said y'all white and lazy. That's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy.
what I find is...
Ooh, look at her face. Let me tell you something. I don't know about if it's just me. Maybe y'all can say GBS, you tripping. When they get mad like that, because they're already pale, they kind of remind me of Skeletor off of He-Man. That's what she looked like, Skeletor with long hair. Boy, you can see pure death in that bitch's eyes. She is irate. Do you hear me? Look, Simone Big Bones, Michael Steele, if y'all work there on that network, let me tell you what this bitch did right after this was over. If y'all think I'm reaching, you'll see by the end of this, you can make up your own mind. That bitch went straight to the management of that company. Oh, y'all Negro ass is finna be out of a job. You don't tell Becky the truth on air like this and piss her off. Because see, let me let y'all bootlicks know something. When it comes to Becky, she got two things over you, okay? And don't you ever forget it, because see, we're going to go here tonight. She got two things over you. One, she's already in the mayonnaise club, okay? So that means her word count for more than you. But they go and screw the bosses, okay? Huh? We don't know how many of the higher-ups over there that she's screwing that she can just go to them and say, look here, these little niggers piss me off. I want them gone by tomorrow. Watch. Hey, listen. I don't really watch mainstream media news like that other than to report on certain things. But if you stop seeing them on TV, well, remember this moment right here. Now, they were telling the truth, and it's funny as hell because we're going to continue analyzing it. But see, they're going to learn the power of Becky. Becky don't play games, okay? Becky's willing to do or screw whatever she got to do or whoever she want to get what she need, okay? Yeah. Becky will do and screw whoever she needs to get where she need to be or get what she want. Oh, boy. But see, they finna light her ass up. Look, let me ask a question. Let's take a poll in the chat. Family, what degree do you think is the temperature on this bitch's head here with her little rancid face ass, huh? The Becky in the middle here. Them arms are folded up. Oh, my God. I guarantee if you move that hair, that little lice, loaded Linda hair, to the side, I guarantee you can see little red veins popping out the side of her damn head. About what temperature you think is on this motherfucker's head, huh? Because you can literally damn near see steam coming off the motherfucker. Look, all the lights is probably going to haul ass because that head is going to get hot as hell, okay? I'm just saying. And then, too, here's the thing. It's 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, something like that. You can cook with that. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something I noticed, man. When they start to get mad, them little pointy-ass Woody Woodpecker noses, they seem to get even pointier. You know what I'm saying? Look at that nose. I'm telling you, boy, she could be a Mortal Kombat character, man. That motherfucker come over there and poke you in your chest with that nose, is game over with. But see, anyway, all jokes aside, we're going to let Simone Big Bone Sanders finish cooking over here. And Michael Steele over there enjoying this. Michael Steele over there smiling, shit, his head getting shiny as he enjoying this shit. This is hilarious because it ain't going to be nothing but the truth. Let's get back to it.
Y'all would be coming for me. Well, I would never say that because that's insane.
That's the point. What you have happening here is the very thing that white folks have said about black people.
I'm sorry. I just want to know, Vivek was born in the U.S.
For generations. Vivek is now saying about white people, and they don't like it for some reason. Oh, y'all not lazy. Y'all not slow. Y'all not stupid. Well, that's what we've been saying for 400 years, and yet here we are. You still want to...
Ooh, look at Becky. Ooh, boy, that bitch is mad. She is furious. Oh, my God, she's furious. Listen, she probably going to have to do a couple lines of cocaine or pop some Viking after this was over with. Because you know they all got some type of drug they own when they on these news networks. In case y'all don't know that. They're some of the biggest junkies on television. They just functioning junkies. I hope y'all know that. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. Okay? Let me tell you something, man. This heifer right here, I'm surprised she didn't get to start turning red in the face, because that would have made it even more funny. And it couldn't have had my silly ass over there. I would have bust out laughing. I would have said, so what do you think about that? I don't know her name. I'm like, so, Samantha, in case that's what I'm just making up a name. Samantha, what do you think about all this? Hell, why are your people like that? I would have started talking to her like they talk to us on Fox News. Oh, but I would have egged it on. But I would have, look, if I was up there with my silly ass, I would have made that bitch so mad she would have got up and walked off air. I'm telling you right now, because I would have kept drilling and kept drilling. I'll be like, see what happens when you mistreat black people? You know we're God's children, right? Why is that? Why do y'all mistreat us so? Boy, I'm telling you, boy, you better be glad I wasn't up there, boy, because I would have let that bitch have it. They were polite with it, man. Let it continue.
Not read our history or go through our CRTs and all this stuff.
This is why the great Reverend Jesse Jackson talked about the Rainbow Coalition, honey, and people were uniting across working class, okay? And black people and white folks and Latino folks coming together.
Man, let me tell y'all, see, because I got to train my audience so that y'all know what to look for when, you know, Becky's mad, in case you're not really familiar with this species. Because, see, I've studied these species, Mike, just like Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. Rest in peace, Steve. I've studied the wild albatrosses for a number of years. And say, when you say one that's in a perturbed state and it crosses its arms, okay? When it crosses its arms, it is highly perturbed, but the number one telltale sign of aggression that you must look for, when it cocks its little head to the side, okay? When it does this, you're in big trouble, buddy. You're in big trouble, okay? It could charge you at any minute with a bunch of wild Karen antics that you might not be prepared to deal with. Oh, boy, that head go to the side, boy. These bitches are hot, boy. I'm telling you, look, some of y'all on your jobs, whatever job you work, y'all done seen that look. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're so mad they can't even formulate the words to come out their mouth. Oh, my God. And look, let me tell you something. Reason why I'm joking about this, I'm pointing something out. When Becky cocked the head to the side, you better be careful because she will try to charge. They just charge out the blue because they let the emotions go to their head, and then that's when they have to get the asses whooped by us. I mean, 9 times out of 10. But, you know, they've gotten her to that point. And see, I guarantee you, if she could, she would have strangled both of them. Well, they wouldn't work with big balls because, see, you know, she got that, you know, all defensive lineman tackle on her side. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't try that, Becky. Don't run up on big bones now. You know what I'm saying? She would have knocked your ass through the rest of that damn studio wall back there. But see, Michael Steele, you might, you know, she might get you. You know what I'm saying? Well, now he probably headbutt the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So either way, you was at a disadvantage, Becky. All you can do is sit there and take it, okay? But they were telling your little rancid asses the truth. Because white America, like I said during the beginning of this broadcast, you created these Frankensteins, then now they telling you about yourself, and they finna turn on you. So your last hope is that you better hope Donald Trump is really about what he say about, because if he just continued to let Elon and Vivek run wild, ooh, it's gonna be bad. See, look, I'm gonna tell you why it's good for us, though, family, as Foundation of Black American Freedom, before we let this conclude here. It's good for us because now they ain't gonna have no choice but to take their eye off us and deal with these illegal aliens and then start trying to push back the H-1B visa invasion, okay? They're gonna have to. See, now, white America, you finna be forced to get on code with each other, and you're gonna have to check your corporations and expect to see protests of white people protesting these corporations because, see, now that it's hurting them, oh, they finna get mighty loud. And let me tell you yet again, black people of my lineage especially, do not get involved. You be like, listen, the first thing you ask them when they come talking about, yeah, we're in this together, we're Americans, sit your little rancid pale ass down. Where were you when it was time to get justice for what Daniel Penny did to Jordan Neely? Where were you when it was time to get justice for Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice? Where have you been on our reparations, anti-black hate crime bill? Where you been? Oh, no, we ain't in this together. We ain't never been in it together. Get your little old lice-loaded ass back over there and handle your business, okay? That's it. I ain't got nothing for you. Nothing. I'm trying to tell you. So don't you jump out there with no capes on, family. If you understand my voice, or if you playing this on the playback, let them people put in their own work. We don't owe them a damn thing because, see, none of this had to happen if they would have done the right thing decades upon decades ago in this country. Let's let it continue.
Together, because the rich people, they're not here for you, and this is how they letting you know, okay? They just let you know. So you want to come on over to Rainbow Coalition, you come join us.
I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, we ain't done yet, family. Oh, we not done because, see, now that we put this in your faces, Alabaster America. Oh, they are so hot. Right now, as we speak, they going at Vivek. They pulling up all kind of stuff about India and all of that. They finna be getting on Elon. And, you know, both of them are trolls, by the way. Elon are more of a troll than Vivek. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I saw when he changed his picture to that kick frog, okay, a white supremacist symbol, by the way. But he changed it back now, I think. But it's interesting. I'm just sitting back with my popcorn watching it. But now we got to get into a bit of truth telling. In fact, let me take this banner down because I want everybody to be able to see this. Family, can everybody see the screen very clearly, and can everybody hear me loud in the chat room? Let me know, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a black fist or two in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, because now we finna get surgical, Jake. Oh yeah, it's receipt time. A lot of you are gonna be learning this for the first time over here, and you feel free to reference this anytime that you need to if you have to put them folks in their places. Okay, cool. Everybody can hear me okay, I'm assuming. Great deal. Let's go through these receipts, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Now, this is old Elon Musk. This is a legitimate tweet from his Twitter account. As you can see, it is dated 12/28, 2019. So this was December 28, 2019 at 5:42 p.m. He tweeted this, and he states, quote, "He didn't own an emerald mine, and I worked my way through college, ending up $100K in student debt. I couldn't even afford a second PC at Zip2, so program at night and website only work during the day. Where is this BS coming from?" End quote. Now, probably ask, CBS, what the hell is this jackass talking about? Well, he's trying to deny that he comes from wealth and that his father didn't own an emerald mine, but unfortunately for him, Sharkstradamus is on the case, and I've got a whole bunch of receipts over here. Or do I have a hell of a receipt on this to debunk this lying Afrikaner's statements? And see, for those that don't know, this right here is an illegal alien himself. Oh, yes, he is. We finna prove what I'm saying, because I don't make statements I can't back up. Let's further read this before we get into that. Elon says, "The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Oh, that's a lie. You not over here on no H-1B, or you wasn't over here. We're going to prove that in just a second. Take a big step back and F yourself in the face. I would go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." And as you see, this was dated December 27th of last year, 2024, 8:22 p.m. Oh, the muskrat is telling the Maga crew, like, hey, bring it, okay? He say, man, he's an immigrant, South Africaner. He's over here. He's the richest man in the world. Ain't nothing you can do with me. Bring it. Oh, this is going to be good, boy. This is going to be better than any classic WrestleMania. It's going to be better than any type of box office brawl that you could imagine, okay? Oh, man, this is the Thriller in vanilla. Not Manila, vanilla. The Thriller in vanilla. Oh, I'm loving this because, see, let me show you something, right? This Joker didn't come over here on no H-1B visa. Oh, no, he didn't. Family, take a look at this, okay? This is a Forbes article. You can find this for yourself. Oh, let's read this title, shall we? Yeah. What Elon Musk working illegally says about the immigration system. Oh, no, Forbes, did you do him like that? Why? Oh, Forbes, why did you do him like that? Really? Let's further investigate, shall we? Yeah, let's look at some things. From the Forbes article in question here, okay? It says, media reports show Elon Musk worked illegally in America early in his career, illustrating some of the challenges in the U.S. immigration system. People have viewed the story as ironic, given Musk's strident arguments against illegal immigration. Notice how he was against it at first to play the game. Put that in your mental Rolodex. We're going to come back to that. Still, the details highlight how difficult it can be for international students and entrepreneurs to gain permission to work legally in the United States. Compared to his advocacy on other issues, Musk has devoted little time to arguing for improving the U.S. legal immigration system. Oh, wow. Boy, you know how they say if you want to hide something from us black folks, hide it in a book, etc., etc. Well, unfortunately for those white supremacists, many of us do read, and that's one of my favorite things to do is research and read. And I did a great deal of research tonight, and I'm going to bring you some further proof here. Let's continue reading from this Forbes article, shall we? Oh, yes. Background on Elon Musk's immigration status. Oh, get your pens and your pads. Long before he became one of Donald Trump's biggest donors and campaign surrogates, South African-born Afrikaner, Elon Musk worked illegally in the United States as he launched his entrepreneurial career after ditching a graduate studies program, college dropout in California, according to former business associates. Court records and company documents obtained by the Washington Post, reported by Maria Sacchetti, Fayez Siddiqui, and Nick Miroff. Basically, family, let me tell you what he did in case you didn't catch it all. He dropped out of college over here on his student visa. He overstayed the visa when it ran out, so he was an illegal alien. Yeah, you see that? And started working over here illegally, and nobody thought to deport his punk ass. See, if that would have been any black exchange student that came over here or anything of that nature that was over here on the student visa, they would have got them out of there that next day. Oh, your visa done expired? You ain't in school no more? Come on, player, let's go. Let's ride. Nope. They let him work illegally over here and decided to let him finesse and subsidize him until he became the richest man in the world. Oh, white America, don't you feel triple chocolate covered, sprinkle dip stupid? Don't you feel that way? You created the richest Frankenstein in the world. This is your fault. You did this. That's right. While you're always trying to keep black man and black woman in America down, you went and created this illegal alien bastard. And he pretended like he was against it. Now he's all for it because he wants that cheap labor to put in his companies. Oh, white people, I know you feel bad about this, man. But see, this is what you get. Your anti-black racism is irrational. It makes no sense. When are you ever going to learn? You claim to have these high IQs, but you hadn't learned this lesson yet? You hate black people so much that you keep facilitating shooting yourself in the foot time after time after time again. Oh, we not done. Oh, we are not done. No, we are not. We are just getting started. Family, let me introduce you to somebody, okay? Let me introduce you to somebody. You see this fella right here? Salute to a black mama for the cash out. Thank you very much, my good sister, and Happy New Year to you. Okay, Happy New Year to all of you. Oh, this is a great new year because, see, the shark is back with a whole bunch of hot receipts. Family, in case you've never seen this gentleman here on the screen, this is Elon Musk's father. Now you remember that the good muskrat, that's what I call the muskrat, he told us that his daddy didn't own an emerald mine to have you hear him tell it. He act like he came over here with $1 in his pocket. Oh, he was just struggling and worked so hard, you know what I'm saying, and just had to scrape by and just couldn't afford this, couldn't afford that. Well, I want you to hear what Pappy Musk had to say about their fortune and what really happened. And we're going to see if Elon's story matches up with what Pappy Musk has to say, okay? So let's go ahead and listen to Pappy Musk real quick.
I sold emeralds for years. I eventually got a cutter in Elof Street in Johannesburg to do cutting and polishing of emeralds for me. And I sold emeralds everywhere, in England, Europe, Germany.
That's madness, eh?
Austria,
Yeah.
New York, everywhere. Yeah.
I read in an article with Business Insider South Africa, they said you claimed you once made more money than you could physically handle from the mine you co-owned. We were very wealthy. We had so much money at the times, we couldn't even close our safe.
Well, it's long ago, so I suppose I can talk now.
Hold up. Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You see this little picklehead African boy up here? Yeah, I got to call him, boy, because that boy's head, boy. It doesn't matter. He didn't have that damn cap on. Lord, hell, he look. You know what? I got to go here for a second. The interviewer, and I got to clown because it's up here in front of my face. I got to go here. This boy, how many of y'all familiar with the TurboGrafx 16 character Bonk the Caveman? If you're not, look that game up. He looked like a black version of Bonk with a cap on, don't it? Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Or young people, you have to Google that. That's before y'all time. TurboGrafx 16 used to be a game, so I know y'all wouldn't know nothing about that now, but Google it. It'll be funny as hell, trust me. Anyway, back to Pappy Musk here. Pappy Musk said they made so much money they couldn't even close the safe, and he was just chuckling. So he's like, yeah, we were kind of balling over here. Now, Elon said that his Pappy didn't own an emerald mine. He's like, where is all this coming from? Elon Musk, in case you hadn't figured it out yet, is a pathological liar, a certified pathological liar. And see, this is what I love about today when information is at the tip of your fingers if you know what to look for it. I'm going to let his Pappy continue to debunk his lying ass son that he sent over here to us. Let's let it continue.
But when somebody came to you, like after I started cutting emeralds, then I would get calls from the cutters, and they would say that they've got somebody who's got a parcel. They call it a parcel of emerald, rough emerald. You see?
Yeah.
And they would say to me, "Are you interested to buy it?" Then I would say, "Okay, what do they look like?" The cutter would say, "It's good. It's really good." Or it's not so good, or it's good, it's average, or usually it was good,
Yeah.
because you get very good quality emeralds from Rhodesia, from the old Rhodesia, Gondwana, and Zimbabwe, and from Zambia, but not such good quality from South Africa. But anyway, so so I said, okay. So we turned around and we went to Lake Tanganyika to have a look, Now, Lake Tanganyika is 900 kilometers long, 200 kilometers wide. It's unbelievable. So it's from Cape Town to Bloemfontein long. Anyway, so we flew there, and then I landed at a newly built airfield, and I met a company that was registered in Panama, Italians that were building roads, and they'd actually built this airfield as well for the Zambian government. And
now I want you to listen closely to this part, how he's about to tell you how he came into contact, being, in position of this diamond mine and this deal that he made here. And see, let me say something to you continental African tellers. This is a lesson for you too. Because see, instead of you reaching out, those of you that claim you want us to be together instead of divided, okay, they always talk about divisive. But then when it's time for foundational Black American freedmen in large numbers, I'm not talking about individuals, because you can do business with individuals. Let's be clear. We say it again. You can do business with individuals on the continent. You can. But as a collective, as far as their governments, when we get ready to talk about building something together that's going to mutually benefit both of us, keyword mutually benefit, not just one side supplying the other with jobs, mutually beneficial, okay? Reciprocation on a business level, they start shucking their jaw. Well, see, we don't know. We can't do this. Everything is so complicated, or everything got to be so expensive. But see, when the white folks come over there, you throw the doors wide open. I want y'all to listen to this finesse that he's about to tell you he ran here. Because see, Elon, buddy, unfortunately for you, there's people like me out here. I know where all the bones are buried, buddy. Oh, boy. And we're going to let your papa expose some of the bones here tonight. Let's let it continue.
I told them, they asked me about the plane, and I said, well, I'm going to sell it in England. And then they said, well, if you sell it to us, we'll take it, you see.
Okay.
So I said, all right, fine. So they paid me the same money. And then we stayed with them for a few days, and then they said to us, if I give them half the money back, then they will give me half their shares in an emerald mine. And then they promptly presented me with about 118, as I recall, 118 cut emeralds.
Yeah.
Zambian emeralds, and said, you can have these as a deposit. And then we will also...
These are the Italian guys.
They were giving me that. They said, if I give them half the money back, they will give me these emeralds. They're all cut. And then I'd never seen an emerald, actually, before that. And, I knew what an emerald was, but I'd never seen it. And they said, they'll give me these, and then they'll give me rough emerald from the mine on a regular basis. So I said, okay, that's fine. So I gave them half the money back, and I took the emeralds, and then I started selling the emeralds when I came back to South Africa. And I found it was hard at first, but I found if you go to the very top jewelers, you have to find the very top jewelers, and then you can sell the emeralds quite easily to the rich people, the people overseas and all this stuff. I would take the money home and put it into the safe, because we used it again to buy more emeralds later on, to keep on going, because we did this for about 7 years. And the safe was not that big. And so I would stash the money in there, and I'd tell my two boys, Elon and Kibble, they can take money from the safe for anything they need. They must just leave a note, a little white note. Sometimes I would open the safe and the notes would all fall out. No, I did put a lot of money into the safe like that.
So why would Elon then tweet, I think it's December 2019, he tweeted, you didn't own an emerald mine, and I worked my way through college, ending up $100,000 in student debt.
Well, it's first of all, it's my children, so they've got an axe to grind, you see. But no, I never owned a mine, but I received called Katanga Mine in Zimbabwe from the people that I did the deal with the airplane.
Okay.
Now listen to what he's about to say very closely and see if you can catch that sleight of hand that he just pulled here, that verbal sleight of hand. I want you to pay close attention to what he's about to say.
Elon came up to the mine with me. He was at the mine.
Yeah.
Now, so he knows very well.
Yeah.
And they also, when they were once in New York, they actually took some stones that I had with me. I used to go overseas, take a few stones with me, and then take them to the good jewelers and then say, would you like to buy these stones? Because I sold them very cheaply.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now y'all heard that, right? Now, let's break this down, right? He tried to tell you that he didn't own the mine, etc., etc. He didn't own the mine. He had the shares in it, and if you have shares in something, what do you have a stake in? Think about it. If any of you buy shares in a company, what do you have? What do you have? You have stake in the company, right? That means you're part owner of that. Okay? So yes, he did have ownership stake in that mine, huh? Now let's look back at the lie that was told, okay? Because see, the interviewer with his little bowhead ass, he did ask him that, but see, he was too gang goofy to pick up on that because I got to see it. Most of these goofy tellers over there, they don't know anything about the world of business and how business operates. But I just broke down to you what the deal was. Now, does that make sense? Does that make sense before we reiterate that? Huh? Dad Miller TV hit it on the head. Ownership. Lee Holmes says facts. Project Leroy ownership. Exactly. Y'all got it. See, I have a very brilliant audience over here. You're not the game goofy crowd over here on this platform. So now let's look back at this lie that his pathological lying son told here. He said he didn't own an emerald mine, and I worked my way through college, ended up $100K in student debt. I couldn't even afford a second PC, had a zip too, so program at night, and website only worked during the day. Where is this BS coming from? No, it's not BS. It's the truth, buddy. Because if you did get $100K in debt, this is what he's not telling you. When you dropped out of that school program and became an illegal alien because you overstayed your visa, yeah, you might have been $100K in debt until you called Pop to say, hey, Pop, because you heard how he was talking about his kids, huh? And you know they're going to look out for their kids. So if you were, it ain't like you was in $100K debt long. You got that paid off in record time. I guarantee you that, huh? Come on, family. Y'all think I'm reaching with that? Oh, yeah. See, I'm going to tell you something. When I get a hold of information, I put it together, you know I make it plain where anybody can understand it. So that's him. But see, now that we done with him, we got to get into his homeboy. Because Vivek, I didn't want you to think that we forgot about your little Gumby haircut having ass. Oh, family, we finna get into how Vivek Scammer Swami made his money. Because see, this is a problem that I see. And I got to be honest, I see a small percentage of foundational Black American freedmen doing it, but I see a lot of continental African and Caribbean Black folks doing it. They all love to praise Elon like he's so smart. He's the richest man in the world. And they all slobbering and fawning over Vivek. Let me tell y'all something, man. Some of the most wealthy people you know, just because you're wealthy, that doesn't mean that you got there because you're extra intelligent. No. Some of the most wealthy people are some of the dumbest people you ever want to meet. They were just clever at scamming. And if you think I'm wrong about that, well, we about to get into examining how Mr. Scammer Swami made his money. See, normally I don't pocket watch, but we got to prove a point here tonight. And white America, the point is, you created these Frankensteins. They played your goofy asses. And see, if any Black person had pulled what these two pulled, if this was any Black person that was from another country over here and they overstayed their visa, they would have been deported, probably would have had to pay fines. And if anybody would have pulled what Vivek had pulled here that I'm about to show you, oh, we'd have been under prison. We wouldn't even got a chance to pull it off and run off to the bank. In case y'all wonder what I'm talking about, without further ado, I want y'all to take notes. I'm not even going to interrupt this. I'm just going to let it play all the way through.
So Vivek Ramaswamy seems to be the right's new it boy that all the conservative grifters, like Candace Owens and Tim Pool, are latching onto. And one of his big claims at the debate the other night was that he's not bought and paid for like all these other guys. But how exactly did he make his money at such a young age? And you're probably guessing, seeing as I'm making this video, that it wasn't some sort of unethical way, but you're going to want to stick around because I would almost guarantee you it's worse than you're thinking. After working at a hedge fund for a while, Vivek made his big money in the biotech space. Vivek had a company called Axivant that was incorporated in Bermuda, but was pushing a drug called RVT-101 that was supposed to help slow the effects of Alzheimer's. But where exactly did this awesome new drug come from? Did Vivek develop it? Well, of course not. And this is where it starts to get a little crazy, because he actually purchased the rights to it from a bigger company, GlaxoSmithKline, for just $5 million. But wait, hold up. If this drug does what they say it does, why would GlaxoSmithKline sell it for just $5 million when they could make billions? Well, it's because they had pretty much given up on the drug after it failed not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 clinical trials. Because what Vivek did is he took one of those failed clinical trials, put his mom on the research team, who is a doctor, but was also on the board and had stock options in the company, and they took some people out, reworked a couple things, finangled a couple others, and all of a sudden that failed clinical trial was now a clinical trial that showed significant improvement. Just like that. Overnight. You then, of course, rename the drug, and now you have a promising new drug and a finangled phase 2 clinical trial that you can cherry pick a few lines from. You then go on CNBC and talk about the unlimited potential that this company has. Then all you gotta do is file for your IPO and watch the money roll in. Even though before the company itself actually makes any money, you got to pass phase 3 clinical trials, but more on that in a second. And when they eventually did do their IPO, it was the biggest biotech IPO ever. The stock doubled on the first day, and eventually it went from $15 all the way up to $50, based on a hope, a prayer, and Vivek's salesmanship. But then after the stock shot up and enough time had passed so Vivek's family and rich friends could sell off their shares, it was then finally time to do and surprise, it completely flopped, which 99% trading day, a worthless stock. But he had always known it was a worthless stock. And if you do know anything about the stock market, you're probably asking yourself, why does a company called Axivant have a ticker CO Gene Therapies? Well, that's because after the stock completely tanked, he changed the name because he wanted to make it harder for people to find his pump and dump company. So to recap, the guy that wants to be your president made his fortune by buying a drug that he knew was garbage, super cheap, then using one of the trials that proved it was garbage, having his mom rearrange a few things. He then went out into the media and sold it as the next great American company. And then some poor schmuck that happened to be watching CNBC that day invested in his company, and in one trading day lost everything. But it's okay though, because Vivek, his mom, his brother, and all his rich friends had already made a killing. Finally, in closing, Vivek seems to think that wokeness is destroying the country, but I would really like to ask him, what is hurting the country more? A person using they, them pronouns, or a guy that is running billion-dollar pump and dump schemes on Wall Street, destroying the lives of people that were silly enough to believe what he said?
Oh no! Oh my goodness! Wow! White America, you big... Hold it, I got to do this right. White America, you big dummy. You big damn dummy, you. Boy, you sit up here and let's see, had any black person attempted to run that type of scam that Vivek pulled, we wouldn't even get a quarter of the way into it before they would have had the feds swarming all of our relatives' houses. Man, I'm trying to tell you, the IRS would have been crawling up our asses with microscopes. Oh, but see, when you invite his kind over here, or you think they just so loyal to be down with team white supremacy, let me spell it out for you, white America, okay? White supremacist America. You better start to understand that all these countries that you've invaded over the years, all these governments that you've destabilized, all these countries that you put all these sanctions on, when you start allowing, the dumbest thing in the world for you to do is start allowing people from them countries to immigrate over here because you think that, okay, hey, see, look, I'm going to make your citizens come over here and bow down to us. Don't you know that they're sending people over here to destroy this country from the inside because you're so damn stupid? You're going to turn around and let these people come over here and join all branches of the military? This is insanity on the highest levels. We just got to talk real, family. No other country does that. There's nowhere on planet Earth that you going to go and you look at their military and their government, they got all types of people in the government that's not even from that country. just because they naturalized them on paper. Okay? Because now that Elon is a naturalized citizen, hey, you know, it's too late to deport him now. Well, not technically, it's not too late because they can't strip him of that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that goes when the orange man get in there, because let me tell you something. If I was Trump, I would go ahead and address that inauguration day. I wouldn't even wait around because, see, there's power on the line. And salute to the good sister Barbara Anderson here for the cash out. Thank you very much. There's a lot of power on the line at stake for the Republican Party as a whole. So he's got to move very, very carefully in these next coming, days here, because it won't be long before this inauguration is right around the corner. He's got a lot to address. He better reassure his base that he's going to course correct, because if not, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say it again. You're going to see a man-made civil war in this country. It's really already started. It just hasn't reached a really physical level yet, but it's coming, okay? It's coming. And see, here's the thing. For all you East Indians that's over here, ooh, it's about to be bad for you. Oh, man, you better start thinking about how they were starting to do. I'm gonna let y'all know what's coming, because I'm gonna throw them a bone. I'm gonna let them know. Remember 9/11, how they started treating the Middle Eastern people? And then remember the start of the pandemic, how they started treating Chinese people over here. Any East Indian folks, now that this here dust up has come up and white folks think that you taking things from them, you really think you not next? Oh, man, it's going to be interesting. See, I'm going to throw something else out here in closing, family. It's going to be very interesting to see how J.D. Vance navigates all of this, because, you know, he's sitting up there with that East Indian wife of his. Now, you know, a white man can do whatever he want to do with whoever he's married to. But, boy, I'm going to tell you, the Vivek thing, that's gonna have to be dealt with, because see, they were letting that, they were kind of letting that slide. They were making little comments here or there about J.D. Vance's wife, but now you see how white people work, white supremacists work. If one of them little buffer class groups start acting up, anybody that's attached to them in any kind of way, they're like, "Hey, which team you on? You over here with us, or you over there with them?" And that even applies to J.D. Vance. So that's how I know that him and Trump, they're gonna have to rein them clowns in soon. But whatever they was talking about doing, they're going to have to put new people in to oversee that, because it's definitely a needed department to go through and cut a lot of that wasteful government spending, basically stealing, because that's all it is a whole bunch of corrupt congressmen and senators putting money in their pockets that don't belong there, okay? Cut that out and stop giving all this foreign aid to people, and we'll be straight. But I think I've made my point here tonight, family. So in closing, in 2025, we are in for a hell of a ride. Grab your popcorn or whatever flavor or assortment that you like, and you sit back and you enjoy this, because the only thing we need to do, again, I'll give you the quote by Sun Tzu: when enemies are self-destructing, do not interfere. You take notes. You take notes, and you make sure that you're doing everything you need to do to take advantage of whatever opportunities come your way to financially secure yourself and your family. And we're going to take notes and learn from this, because, see, what's finna happen? And white America, I know you're listening. They know that they're in a very precarious spot, because the minute that they take their eyes off us and they have to focus on these other white adjacent groups, ooh, that system of white supremacy going to start to crumble. Oh, it is, boy. Look, they got some very tough decisions to make. So, family, you be wise and don't be the flunkies that put the cape on and come to their rescue. It's our time now, and the only people that can stop us is us. So with that said, thank you to everybody that contributed to the broadcast. We are going to have a fantastic 2025 over here, family. To our Foundational Black American Freedmen family, our non-FBA family that's on code, I want you to be prosperous. I want you to be blessed. I want you to stay focused. That's it. Salute to you, Black First. I will see you all in future content.